You're watching TheMediTube.com, India's first doctor-to-doctor TV.
You guys probably have HA fillers available here that we do not have in the States, but the idea is just take whatever filler you're comfortable with. It's something other than Juvederm. Use what you're comfortable with. The thinking is that the filler acts as a scaffolding for the stem cells from the PRP. So in my case, I usually use Juvederm Ultra Plus with lidocaine. So again, this is sort of like swapping recipes. So I'm going to tell you things that you may not agree with, or you may think it's different than what you do, but I'm going to tell you what I do. So first of all, it seems kind of odd, but I still think the most important thing to do before you do injections is take a breath. And where I'm from, actually, you're not considered a good father if you don't give your son a gun by the first grade. Oh. You know, I've been asked to talk about where I grew up, and I grew up actually in a place of really heavy tension in the neighborhood where Martin Luther King marched in the 60s. I was born in 1960, where they blew up the churches. That was my neighborhood. And in the part of the States where people shoot guns. And as a first grader, I had a rifle and a shotgun. And when you taught your son to shoot a rifle, you taught him, take a breath. Because then it helps you be steady. And then you hold your breath while you pull the trigger. So it's an odd thing to think about when you're injecting, but it does help you. And also I've studied Kriya Yoga, and you guys understand that better than I do. But breathing, I think, is important. And so if I'm hungry, or if I need to urinate, or if I do all those things because she deserves my best self. And I take a breath, and now I'm a better self. The other thing is, before I ever touch the person's face, I want to know about her, and we had a chance to talk some, but we should know who she is, right? And so if someone comes in and they start talking wrinkles, I want to know who they are and have some affection towards them before I start just doing things to their face. And I know that you guys know this, but I'm just telling you the way I think. The other thing is, I think you should never treat someone's face if you can't see the beauty in them before you start. And another thing I think that was helpful to me in my training is that as a kid, I worked as a lifeguard. And I noticed, so I was at this public swimming pool next to government projects where people who couldn't afford to have housing lived. So basically I was babysitter for about 400 kids a day at a swimming pool.